also like to thank SSL. Thank you so much for your valuable contribution. And on that note, I would now like to take this opportunity to invite our dignitaries here on stage to the land outline ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Sumit Bhargava, Head of Enterprise Government Business, Samsung India Electronics. We have Mr. Shri Keshav Rao, Director, Personnel and Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Mr. Tapasa, Group General Manager at Bridge Group, and I would also like to request Shri Keshav, Editor of Computer Express, to please join us on stage and do the honors of lighting the lamp. Thank you so much, gentlemen. All of you are requested to kindly proceed towards the ceremonial lamp and do the honors of lighting it. You know, why we light the lamp? There is a really important significance behind it. It's a triumph of positivity over negativity, of knowledge over ignorance, of light over darkness. So as we light this lamp, we pray to the deity to bless us all with abundance of prosperity and knowledge. Everyone, please give a big round of applause as we light the lamp here. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the cash rolling as we have just left the ceremony and what a remarkable stars. Gentlemen, all of your requests, please come together for a group photo of Ashram 20. Thank you so much. Well, all of you are requested to please stay back on stage as we have something really exciting coming up. You are requested to kindly come right here at the center of the stage. As now, we are going to take this opportunity to unveil our new coffee table book on digital excellence in public sector enterprises. So, in this book, we witness the tangible impact of technology in reshaping traditional paradigms through insights from thought leaders in the public sector space. Today, PSUs are embracing digital transformation and leveraging emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, and this book is a testament to the innovative initiatives that are achieved by the PSEs. So all our dignitaries are requested to kindly take. And now, we are going to unveil this new coffee table book, which is going to mark the new strides that are made by the public sector enterprises with their new cutting-edge technology adoption and implementation. So you're requested on the count of 3, 2, 1, I believe, we can now unveil the all-new coffee table book by Express Computer. You're requested to please show this to the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you digital excellence in public sector enterprises. Our all-new coffee table book, which will be available to you later. Shrikant, would you like to say something about this?
So this is just a work in progress report. So we are launched it as a preview for this book. A lot of speeches and articles what will be shared in this insights will be shared in this forum will also be covered in this book, and we will be publishing a detailed coffee table book which will be mailed across to all your delegates. With some of your insights which have been will be presented in this forum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for doing the honors. Shrikant, may I request you to kindly stay back on the stage? I believe we all can put our hands together as we just took this such an incredible book. We truly hope that you will like this coffee table book, and once you give it a read, do let us know. Do share your feedback with us. Thank you so much. Shrikant, we request you to kindly take over and officially kickstart the summit with your words.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, that's more like it. So I think Jaipur is demi. Okay. PSUs obviously are, a brimstone of energy. I mean, you can see, obviously the crown jewels of our industry, and PSUs carry a lot more importance, simply because of the economic potential or cash that is represent for the nation. I'll just probably cite some examples or some statistics where you can see the impact of PSUs. So roughly there are 750 public sector enterprises and about 225 central public enterprises. You would see from the fact that, the pure parameter of growth or efficiency from the market point of view, about 81 PSUs market cap has registered a growth of about 229% in the last 3 years. It's all credit to all of you. All of you represent this huge growth, and like I said, the market really shows the efficiency in what all of you are doing. And you also see from the fact that a lot of public sector enterprises are now using technology in a big way, and not just using technology, but using technology in a very impactful way. I'll cite some examples. So, for example, Power Grid is using AI to optimize how power supplies energy is generated. The Cotton Corporation of India is using blockchain to verify the quality of the cotton that you produce. So these are just a few examples. Obviously, a lot of more insights will be shared at this forum. And we look forward to a lot more insights being shared. And like I said, all of you are the real barometers of India's economic progress. And even a small percentage of efficiency using technology, made by PSUs has a big impact on the nation. So on behalf of the Indian Express Group, again, would like to thank each one of you for the contribution that you have made to the nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shrikant, for setting the context of the summit and for sharing your insights with all of us. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's take this summit further. And now I would like to invite our keynote speaker on stage, who will be presenting on innovation in transforming coal mining operations. We will get to hear his great insights. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Keshav Rao, Director Personnel at Mahanadi Coalfields Limited. Sir, it is indeed a privilege to have you here amongst us. May I humbly request Mr. Rao to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome him here.
Once again, good afternoon. So, a very good afternoon to everyone present here. It's indeed a pleasure, privilege, and an honor to be a part of this August gathering. I acknowledge the presence of all the senior officers from central and state government PSUs, all the worthy sponsors, all the organizers from Indian Express, and all other media persons present here. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Shrikant, Editor, Express Computer, from the Indian Express Group, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to present ourselves before a wider audience. This particular summit essentially is about various IT practices and the tremendous improvements that are coming in our nation on account of these practices and how we are progressing. While I try to address these issues, I would like to start with and spend adequate amount of time on talking about coal sector. Specifically, because the theme of this conference also includes celebrating leadership, showcasing achievements, knowledge exchange, enhancing visibility, and digital transformation. So therefore, it would be in order that I take a little while talking about my own company. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you have heard of Coal India Limited. It's one of the Maharatna, one of the largest PSUs in the country. My company, that is Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, MCL, is one of the subsidiaries of this company, and we as a company are among the highest profit-making entities. Among the PSUs, our share of profit, our profit for that matter, was 8th in the country last year, 22-23. Now, we are not here to talk profits. We are here to talk about how the PSUs are making a contribution to the nation and how this is helping the nation grow. So at the outset, I start with a disclaimer that contrary to the fundamental theme, I shall be dwelling more on importance of coal for the industry and recent efforts in bringing about change in various aspects of this industry. So let me start with this presentation. So what is our vision for the nation? I mean, perhaps you would have been hearing during the last 1 year, Honorable Prime Minister of India has been talking about making our nation into a developed nation by the year 2047. That's another 23 years to go. So making our nation a developed nation entails obviously some military might, economic prosperity with dominance, food security and energy security. So this is broadly what constitutes a developed nation, and a developed nation that is strong. Where do we stand with regard to the attributes or the objectives that we should be aiming at in the next 23 years to make ourselves into a developed nation? Well, we are already the 5th largest economy in the world. We are heading towards becoming the 3rd largest. Hopefully that should happen in less than 5 years from now. We are a strong military, but we depend to some extent on imports for high-tech equipment. We are largely a secure nation as far as food security is concerned. And when it comes to energy security, we still are far from what we may call as energy security. So where do we stand with energy security? As you may be aware, or some of you may be aware, we are still importing almost 85% of our petroleum products. We import almost 20% of the coal required in this nation, which of course decreased from the highest level of 25% import. So this just shows that we have been working continuously to reduce this import. Similarly, a lot of energy comes from renewable sources such as solar, wind, hydel. A part of this is dependent on imports to some extent. Nuclear energy is also dependent on import because the fuel has to be imported. We do not have so much of uranium, enriched uranium of U-235 that is required for running a nuclear power plant, nuclear reactor for that matter. Now, let me talk about coal as a source of energy. So, in our nation at present, coal constitutes 55% of the primary energy. I'll just, for a moment, I'll be curious. I mean, how many of you understand the difference between primary and secondary energy? Okay, madam, would you like to say a couple of words on that? I guess you have to offer her a mic. Okay, never mind. We'll continue. Primary energy comes from, let's say, heat. Heat is a primary energy, but electricity is a secondary energy because we generate electricity by using heat. So coal is a source of primary energy, heat. Then nearly 70% of our electricity comes from coal. We import most of our steel grade coal, the coal that is used for making coke and the coke that goes into the blast furnace for making steel. We also import high grade thermal coal because we are not able to produce high quality coal in the country. And it comes not because of any technological limitations, but because it is the nature of coal found in our reserves. So, another important attribute of coal that is mentioned in the last line of the slide is it is among the very few sources of continuous supply. For example, when you use coal to power a thermal plant, the thermal plant can run continuously 24/7, round the clock. But same thing cannot be said for solar plant. Solar plant will operate effectively between only when the sun shines, that too brightly. That is possibly, so say, to 10 a.m., 5 p.m., almost the office time. So, in the same manner, wind is dependent on, if the wind blows, the wind power will be generated. If the wind doesn't blow, the power doesn't get generated. Another hydel power. If there is no water in the reservoir, the hydel power cannot provide you electricity. Therefore, coal, gas and nuclear, these three basic sources of energy are vital for continuous availability of power across the country. And let me tell you, the share of gas and nuclear is very small. Nuclear is hardly 3%. The installed capacity is around 7 gigawatt. So that explains the importance, because unless storage technologies become viable across the world, the renewable sources of power will not become effective in providing continuous supply. They are only, at present, they are only helping reduce the load of the thermal power plants, nuclear power plants during peak time. When it comes to availability of coal, we have around 350 billion tons of reserves. And there is a rapid rise in the availability of coal during the last 3 years. I'll give you an example. We were producing around 730 million tons of coal 5 years ago. Today, we are almost touching 1 billion tons. Therefore, there is almost a growth of 50% in the last 5 years. More so, I mean, the growth was maximum to the surprise of most of you, which should be a surprise, that maximum growth in coal production has happened during the COVID time. At the same time, we can see that the demand for electricity is also rising, and the demand for coal in other industries are also rising. Despite this, today we may be heading towards a situation within 1 year that from being coal starved, we would be heading towards coal surplus. This surplus, apart from this, there are limitations on the evacuation capacity. Perhaps you may know, when it comes to long distance transportation of coal, it mainly happens through railways within the country or through ship route, if in case it has to go from, say, east to west, because most of the coal is found on the eastern belt, that is Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, and also to some extent in Andhra Pradesh. Freight tariff is a concern, as I said. I mean, just to give you an example, when we sell coal to the power sector, the average cost of selling is around 1,000 rupees per ton. But when the coal gets transported from, say somewhere Odisha to a faraway place like Punjab or Rajasthan, the cost of transporting per is 2,100 rupees. That is, the transportation cost is for a faraway distance is 2.5 times the cost of the product itself. So this is something that has to be looked into for future. There are some other concerns with regard to coal, which include worldwide opposition over warming and pollution, global warming, as we are saying. But then global warming is not exclusive to coal. Global warming is happening because of petroleum also. Global warming is happening because of too much life across the world. Then there are obligations on us under international treaties, but we have been trying to resist such obligations because per capita consumption of coal is still very low as far as India is concerned, and we have our ambitions to grow, and the ambitions don't get fulfilled unless we have energy available for us. However, there is a need to import despite abundance. The reason I mentioned was steel grade coking coal, the other one was high grade coal. Quality is a concern in our coal because it comes mixed up with some mud content or ash content, as we usually say. Coal is vital for energy sufficiency. I mean, I've already highlighted this point by pointing out that as on date, 70% of the electricity is happening, number one. And number two, the fact that it is one of the largest source which can provide uninterrupted continuous supply of power. So what do we do towards reducing or becoming energy dependent? First thing is reducing dependence on imports. Now, how will that happen? I'll briefly dwell upon. boost to renewables in all forms. Regardless of the fact that renewables do not provide continuous power, they are necessary because not only they reduce carbon footprint, but also help us reach or meet the peak demand during daytime. Then the third item I mentioned here is exploiting coal reserves and using them for making chemicals. So there are several uses of coal that can be made. One of them is producing synthetic gas that contains carbon monoxide and hydrogen, etc. So if such a gas is produced, it very well be used as a fuel, and should such a fuel be used, it would probably be helping in substituting import of hydrocarbons. We have to address issues of pollution and other concerns like ash and domestic use. I just wish to point out use of the last term, domestic use. You may be aware, in case some of you have visited the eastern part of the country, in the rural side where coal is available, a lot of people, simply pick up coal from the mines and they burn it and it generates too much pollution. The AQI of pollution generated by coal, by such burning, casual burning, can be much more than what is frequently observed during winter in Delhi. So that's one thing that has to be stopped. And it comes, it's like, the way the Honorable Prime Minister changed habits by providing toilets, in the same manner, we have to change habits of burning coal by providing alternatives. So this is where innovation in mining is necessary and it's ongoing. Now I'll come to the core of mining, some issues that I will be addressing. Some more on the brief on the energy matrix of electricity generation in India. I'll just quickly go through this. 87% of the non-renewable energy is produced from coal, and 13% is the renewable energy. Now, these are some statistics on various types of contribution of various types of energy, the electricity that is being produced in the country as of now, which includes, maximum share goes to thermal. Thermal includes both gas and coal. There is nuclear, hydro, solar, wind, biomass, small hydro, and some imports from Bhutan. This is a perspective on the coal production within the country. As you can see, this year the coal production has, on the extreme right, the coal production has gone to 997 million tons. And it was barely 700 5 years ago. And let me try to put a perspective on this. A single goods train is capable of carrying 3,700 tons of coal. So to carry 1 million ton of coal, it requires minimum 300 trains. And to carry 1,000 million tons of coal, you need 300 into 1,000, 3 lakh trains. That is the scale and size of operations that is happening for energy transportation. Of course, 100% doesn't go through train. There are various other means like trucks, like conveyor belts, like merry-go-round, so on and so forth. Some perspective on how much coking coal we are producing. This is some perspective on the import of coal. As you can see, despite so much rise in the domestic production of coal, there has been a rise in the import as well. That is because, in general, the demand for electricity has gone up. So, and the demand for steel has gone up. So there is more production of steel, and at the same time there is more production from the thermal plants that use good quality coal by design. Another aspect that is important is we have been setting up washeries for coal. Washeries for coal help in reducing the wasteful ash content in the coal, and to some extent
Bangalore, third one in Bangalore. So all of the technology you use are all developed in India. That's the strength we have. And whether it's AI features, whether it is, televisions, whether it's refrigerations, all of that gets developed, R&D happens in India. So that's a strength Samsung has. Samsung, on an overall basis, have the largest R&D center after Korea in India. So we host close to 60,000 people in India. Mobile factory, I don't know, some of you would be aware of, some of you just a knowledge that we have the largest mobile factory, electronic factory in India. Our 75% and plus products are made in India. So with AI, we don't stand with the application. We are beyond that. So we work on algorithms. When I say AI and an application, everybody is today using ChatGPT. We are beyond that. Why beyond that? Today we are not only working on application, and as I said, beyond that, we work on algorithms which are optimizing the material design. When I say material design, the whole of the configuration, what goes into any product is designed and optimized at the molecule level. Aware about, Samsung is the largest semiconductor company globally. And when I say revolutionizing the semiconductor technology, the whole operation in our factory is automated, is robotics, is AI enabled, and most of our work happens where there is no manpower intensive work which happens through. So from a start to end, except the packaging, all is automated. So where are we moving towards when I say AI is enhancing? AI is equally enhancing the user experience. When I say user experience, it is not only touching each one of us, but it will improve and progress and transform at a larger value of our life. So, when we say, in 2023, we started with the project that each of our products should be smart. It is not only smart today, it is spatial intelligence for smart commands, which means that each of our products has not only has machine learning, but it also collaborates with, human understanding of what that particular machine is required to. We have few of our products which we will display at our booth, but for an example, today you are using a refrigeration at your home and you want to check whether the milk procured by you is over, or the expiry date is over, or it will give you an alarm that your milk is getting over, expiry date is X, kindly consume it so that it doesn't get spoiled. So that's where we have reached to from an intelligence perspective on our products. Integrated language, voice, vision, AI. When I say integrated language, today all of our devices listen to you. All of our devices understand what you are looking at. All of our devices make sure that, these commands are coming from you. That's a visual understanding we have built today, And that's where the back-end innovation and R&D is working towards, that how a Indian language can make sure that the understanding of that particular product is there. So AI is there all for the forward, and we are sure that it will transform and change our lives in going forward. That's a big thing. While people are talking about it may take our jobs, it may take our working lives, we will not require to work more. It's not the case. As we grow, we are transforming ourselves, we are learning ourselves, we are making sure that, this whole journey will not take our jobs, but improve our lives. So welcome to the era of Galaxy AI. What is Samsung delivering on AI? I hope, I'm sure about it, that you would have used our S24 Ultra or S24 series. That's our one of the flagship product, which is AI enabled. And what are the key features what we have developed and brought to you? We have circle to search. I don't know whether you have seen it or not seen it, we will demonstrate that. But circle to search is that if you have clicked a picture, or you have a picture in front of you, or you want to check what this picture can bring to you, you can just circle that and it will give you the whole history of that particular product, from a price to what it's made up of, what the content is, all of that. Then translation. I don't know whether you are aware about or not, it can translate 13 different languages, and Hindi is one of them. So I think a clap for that as well, that in the world, we have 13 languages which is getting translated, and Hindi is one of them, which means how important today our country is. As Mr. Rao said that, from a number 5 in the GDP, and we will be touching to number 3 shortly, these are the important facts that world is looking at. So, as I said, circle to search. Second is translation, that 13 languages can be translated. So anybody of you can speak Korean, and it can be translated to English or Hindi, or any other languages between the 13 languages can be translated. Second is, summarization. Each one of us, get a lot of documents, and how one can summarize 30-page document to a half a page or a 1 page as required. So 30-page document which we are making or have received that can be translated or summarized into 1 page. So even the translation is there. So that document can also be converted into Hindi as well, which is another unique feature which I know government is looking at, where the files required that there is some document which has come on an English and can be converted immediately to a Hindi and further summarized as well. We, most of you know that, we have our products on televisions, refrigeration, air conditions. We have recently launched even Note PCs as well, which fondly been called laptops. So this is our AI-enabled laptops, which is best in class. You could see that and visibly see that those laptops and the feature sets, but they are best in class. They are the lightest in the world. They are less than or around 800 grams. And also, this is also enabled with AI. So all your Android apps, today on the Windows, you use only 3 applications. What are the 3 applications we use on Windows? Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Your all banking needs, your all social media, your all other objectives of news are fulfilled by apps which are built on Android or iOS for that matter, but Android has a 75–80% market share, so I'm talking about only Android. So it gets best integrated with Windows and Androids both on a single platform. So that's an integration we have done, because we understand both Android world as well as Windows world, And that's where the changes we have made into building up a device which is best in class. And of course, there are AI features which are there, like voice chat, voice video, other things which are there. But the speciality of our devices is it's lightest. It has the best screen because we make world's best display systems. And third, of course, it integrates very well with the Android and Windows both. So thanks, some of the features you would have noted that how the ecosystem of mobile and laptop was working very well. So, the cut paste between a mobile and a laptop, have you done that? Have you ever done that? By any of the PC makers have ever showcased that? We will showcase that. So that's the beauty of how an integration works when a global leader tries to transform a different industry and try to attack and bring newer changes. So, as I've been saying that we are the leaders into the display part, we hold 70% of the global display market. So most of the manufacturers in the televisions, in the mobile phones buy display from us. So when I say display, it's a very important fact when you want to visualize a picture. Now, how can you visualize a picture? We have built AI-enabled televisions, which is one of them is placed in our store, in our demo zone, which will give you the clarity of what you won't have visualized in past. That's number one. We are using third generation processor, which is AI enabled, and it works 8 times faster from what it used to work. So the feeling is as if you are sitting in a stadium. The feeling is that the voice you hear is what you hear in the stadium with the crowd. The feeling is that when you are watching a match, you feel that you are in a stadium. When you are moving a movie, you are in a theater. So that's the enablement we have done, that if you want to see all of that with a huge breakthrough in terms of seeing a live television and as well as feel of a stadium or a theater, we have built that. So, this is a Pandora of products, what we make. And when I say, these are 5 different buckets. And you know why I'm saying 5? Because it segregates from a different, different product zones to different product zones. So at the top we have consumer electronic, which covers all the products which we have, from an air condition to refrigeration to air purifier to televisions. On the right hand side at the top we have mobile experience, which is our mobile zones, mobile tablets, and as well as the laptops what we have launched. On the left hand side is our healthcare. So for you, if there is any healthcare need, any of your departments require that, we can support. We have the whole healthcare division which works, and we are one of the top manufacturers in healthcare as well. Commercial AC in most of the buildings, and today even in the residence you use. These are commercial AC, cascade ACs, which is a round one, and then the visual displays. So, the video walls, the whiteboards, what's there in the experience center today are again, developed by us. It's a huge market for us, and we have been, we have developed many schools, many experience centers, many boardrooms on the display side as well. So we have 5 different verticals which is integrated into one Samsung.
What makes enterprises future ready? What brings people and technology together into seamlessly connected ecosystems? It is the right business partner enabling business transformation. Enabling diverse businesses with all-in-one solution. Introducing One Samsung for enterprises. We are the enablers. We are the innovators, powering individuals, industries, and everything in between, with multi-billion-dollar investments in research and development, 30+ global R&D centers, 3 R&D centers in India, and the world's largest mobile factory in Noida, transforming experiences for corporate employees and businesses. Our customizable and scalable mobility solutions are enterprise ready to keep businesses secured and connected. One Samsung is redefining smart homes with innovative consumer electronics, reimagining businesses with cutting-edge display technology, powered by cloud-based Magic Info software and content management solutions. Innovating healthcare with accurate diagnostics, optimizing experiences with system air conditioners, delivering versatile solutions designed for MSMEs to MNCs, and all of this secured by Knox that protects work devices and data with defense-grade security for every industry, every sector. Covered by Samsung Care Plus for business, ensuring warranty and business continuity across 90% plus PIN codes of India. Connected by Galaxy ecosystem, enabling multi-device experiences with the power of connected devices so multiple teams can optimize performance and businesses of any size can maximize productivity with the right tools anywhere, anytime, along with unique shopping privileges for corporates. One Samsung enables all kinds of businesses with end-to-end solution so that businesses remain future ready with the power of industry-leading innovations and unified solutions by One Samsung.
So just to share that how the ecosystem works very well, we are so integrated that on a One Samsung platform, it integrates everything. So as you would have heard, we have a security system which has inbuilt into our mobile devices. It used to be only enabled into the mobility devices, but today Knox is available in our laptops as well and televisions as well. So when I say Knox, it's a defense-grade security. It enables you to the remote management. It enables you to whitelist, blacklist the apps you want to run. It enables you to segregate your personal as well as your workplace. So you can't cut paste your workplace to personal and personal to workplace. So all of that feature set is far more important today in an enterprise space. We have, again, it's a very large domain. I'm just covering at the top of it, but today Knox is enabled in most of our devices, which helps you to secure your device. So when we were launching, the Galaxy products and laptops, people were curious to know that whether we have built any security, because customers knows that our mobile devices are best secure devices globally, but they wanted to check that, and we have 3 layers of security. One, of course, is 3 protection security. One is OS security, which comes from Microsoft. Then we have a chip-based security, comes from Intel. We have overlaid our Knox security over both of them, which enables this laptops as well most secure. So we have recently launched a very, very important product for this country. When I say important product, because most of us are on field, most of us are working in a harsh environment. We have 48 to 50 degree temperature. We are in rains in northeast. We have, we have deserts in Rajasthan. So we have a product which is military grade product. We have a product which is IP68. We have a product which is water resistance product. We have a product which is dust resistance as well. And the important piece is that I wanted to showcase some of the features by live showing that on the stage. And this product has been launched in Samsung only for enterprise customer. This will not be available anywhere online, because this is meant to be sold in either a government environment or an enterprise requirement or a banking requirement where people are on field, people require that. It covers all feature set what is required in a normal mobile, which is 6128, which is what you require from a RAM-ROM perspective in any mobile. It has a 50 megapixel camera. It is 6.5 inches plus mobile, and all the feature set what you look into a normal mobile as well. The beauty is that we have launched this at a very, very aggressive price point. I just wanted to showcase one very important factor, and this is the product, which is IP68, milk grade, all certified product, what is required from a ruggedized perspective. I am just throwing this in a water. This can stay as long as 1 hour, 2 hours into the water. This can be as, not my fault. So you could see. It's working. You can use it in the water, you can use it in a pool. So that's the beauty of this particular product. So we have recently launched some 10-15 days back, and this is now available on our enterprise store. Enterprise, you let us know if there is any need of your requirements, either on the banking side, either on the PSU side. You have projects which are running. We have Coalfields where the products required are of this kinds. So it works with gloves as well. So people in Coalfield while works with gloves, or people in oil mines, or people wearing gloves as well can use this. This can be used as and when where you are, what kind of workplace you are in. So I think this was my last slide, and thank you very much. I have my whole team available which can showcase many of the talking points I have told about each of that, and we have a booth, so I would request each one of you to visit our booth as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sumit, for such a great presentation and for enlightening us on all the latest innovations by Samsung. But right before we break from here and move to the next presentation, can I request you to kindly stay back?
Okay, thank you.
As you know, we promised them some
Yes.
exciting gifts that are coming their way.
Right.
And you know, right in the beginning, I gave them a disclaimer that they had to pay some extra attention to the presentation because basis this, we are
Okay.
going to pose certain questions to all of you. So I hope you're ready for it. Yes? Can we have about 2 to 3 mics right here floating amongst the audience? Thank you so much. Okay, so there are certain rules to answer these questions. As I pose a question to you, if you think that you know the answer, do not prompt it. Okay, please do not prompt it. Just raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you. If you answer it correctly, then you might end up winning an exciting prize we have. I've already revealed that before. It's a Samsung Fit 3. If you want, I can show it to you. Can you just quickly show the prize once? Yeah. Let's just have it there. It's a very cool band. It's a very cool watch. And I think it helps you to keep fit because this is the main purpose of Fit 3. And I think the times we are living in, it's really important to take care of our health. And that is what precisely Samsung Galaxy Fit 3 helps us in doing that. Okay, so with this, are you ready for the questions? Shall we start? All right, here we go. The first question is pretty simple. If you were paying attention, you would know the answer. What is the R&D investment that Samsung has done till date? Okay, I think the gentleman over there in blue shirt raised his hand first. And can you please stand up? Let's have a mic over there on that table, please. Yeah. If he answers this correctly, then you get this prize, sir. Okay, go on. $20 billion. Sumit, do you think that's the right answer?
That's right.
That is absolutely the right answer. Does anyone here want to contest it? Anyone who wants to contest the answer? Oh, sir, you do want to contest? You have some different answer? Go ahead, sir. Oh, you have to say US dollars. Okay. Wow. Very interesting. Sir, if I had a prize for a really smart answer, I would have given it to you. But for now, I think we're going to count that as an answer. You get it. So may I request you to please join us on stage? You also want to, sir, contest the answer? Okay, fabulous. Go ahead, sir. Sir, wait a second. I think there is somebody else who also wants to contest. I think...
In the slide, it
Yeah.
was written 20 billion plus.
Now, Sumit, what do you think about this?
I think we'll go with him because
Yeah.
he has at least said the number right. I think but I should thanks that you were listening to it and visually seeing to it.
Imagine they being so attentive and thorough.
So I should
even
thank
after-
you also that you have waked them up. So,
All right, so it goes to you. Despite all the contentions that we have got, this is yours, Sumit. Can you please come here right
Thank
at the center and present this to the gentleman over here? May I know your name, please, sir?
Krishna Kumar. Krishna Kumar.
Krishna. Congratulations to you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next question, folks, be ready. Okay, I think this is very interesting now. So please make sure that you give us the exact, precise answer, otherwise others would just start contesting it. Okay, so the next question is, what is the name of Samsung's exclusive security solution? Okay, I think
The
gentleman
brown
over here,
The brown shirt.
yeah, the brown shirt, yes. I think you raised your hand, so what's your name? Yeah. Can we switch on the mic, please? Vivek, okay. Sir, can you take the other mic? Can you take the other mic? Yes.
Vivek Pathak,
Okay, Vivek, please go on.
Knox.
Knox. Anyone else who thinks that there is perhaps a different answer? No? Shall we go ahead with Knox, sir?
Yes.
Sir? Okay, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, can we please have a prize over here? Congratulations to you, sir. Can you please join us on stage? Superb. Moving on to our next question, and the next question, which is going to be the last question. So, you know what? I'll tell you what happened. So, the team over here, they gave me some extra questions. They said, Namrata, just in case if somebody won't be able to answer it correctly, you should have some extra questions on you. Do you think we need extra questions now? Everybody was so attentive throughout. I'm sure you're going to get it right. So the next question is, how many product portfolios are a part of one Samsung? I think the gentleman over there, he raised his hand first. Yes. Go ahead, sir.
It's a number or I have to call all of them?
Number.
It's 5.
5. Do you think so? There's a different answer? You want to name them? Wow. Do you have some extra prizes for naming them?
Even I can name them. I can name them.
You can name them as well. Okay, go ahead, sir.
It's like mobile and laptops. There's one product portfolio. Then you have a healthcare. Then you have AC. Then you have a commercial ACs. And the last one is the display.
Wow. So do you want to contest that also now? ठीक है. एक बार mic इधर भी, please. I think, sir, we are pretty much satisfied with the answer. But let's see what you have.
To be specific, it was consumer electronics, healthcare products, and mobile division, visual display, and commercial AC.
Wow. Wow. So what do you think? But we only have one prize.
So we'll go with the first one.
We'll go with the first one because he raised his hand first. Sorry, sir, but you answered it absolutely correct. Can we
Absolutely
please have a
correct,
big
sir.
round of applause for him as well? Wow. That's incredible. Sir, could you please join us on stage? May I know your name, please? My name is Abhay. Abhay. And Abhay, I think you contested the first answer, right? But you ended up winning like a prize anyway. Come on, can we please have a big round of applause for him?
Thank you.
Okay, so congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much,
you.
Sumit. I think it's been wonderful having you here, and everybody has just got a lot cheered up with all your gifts. Can we please clear the stage as we move to the next part? May I request the hotel team to please join us on stage and clear it? Okay, so with this, ladies and gentlemen, right before we move to the next presentation, which is again our keynote address, on the role of public sector enterprises in nation building through infrastructure. And for the same, right before I invite our speaker, you're requested to kindly set the stage. And right before we proceed to this presentation, once again, I would now like to take this opportunity. I think people have traveled here from different parts of the country. So may I know where are we all from? How many people are here from North India? Quick raise of hands, please. People from North India, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar. Okay. People from West, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Mumbai, Pune. People. How many people are from Mumbai, by the way? How many people are from Delhi? Delhi. What's better, Delhi or Jaipur in terms of the heat? Delhi is better? Okay. You're feeling more heat here in Jaipur? Okay, all right. I thought that Delhi was more scorching, but okay, anyway. How many people from South India, by the way? People from South India, Karnataka, Hyderabad, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Wow, amazing, amazing. How are you finding it here? I'm sure the weather down there is pretty pleasant because I was in Hyderabad and Bangalore like just a couple of days back, and wow, what an amazing weather. So, how are you finding Jaipur? Good, okay, really good. Come on, give me a thumbs up. If you're finding it good, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Super, super. How many people from East? People from Bengal, Odisha? Okay, wow. Somebody from Assam? Sikkim? Oh, amazing, interesting. Good to know. So we have like such a diverse crowd here, diverse set of people. So good to have all of you here. So that's the best part about India. Unity in diversity. And with that, on that note, taking that thought forward, let's talk about the role of public sector enterprises in nation building through infrastructure. It's going to be a very interesting discussion because we have Mr. Tapas Saha, Group General Manager at Bridge and Roof, joining us up on stage. Can we please welcome Mr. Saha by putting our hands together? Welcome to you, sir. Can we switch on the mic, please?
Good afternoon, everybody. And I am really privileged to share my short of knowledges about the construction activity for the national building. And Bridge and Roof is one of the key players of this national growth towards the construction activity. This is the company which is being set up in 16th January 1920. So we are running almost 100 years crossed, and right now we are stepping in the 105 years. And we are the, out of 36, 100 years company, we are the 4th largest construction industry in the India. And we are consistently taking up. So all the sectors, all the places where we are counting, we are executing the works right from the inception to completion. So a brief presentation we are presenting here, the company's works culture, works contributions, how dynamic associations in all the fields of the work, right from the engineering to completion, through prime structures, through the innovations, through the open structures, through the EPC solutions, through the infrastructures, through the industry and all this. Thank you. Just please start the presentation.
Set up in 1920, Bridge and Roof, today India's leading engineering and construction company. Bridge and Roof continuously innovating to offer high quality and cost-effective solutions to India's core and infrastructure industries. Bridge and Roof under the Department of Heavy Industry. Bridge and Roof has its headquarters at Kolkata and a network of offices at Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Baroda, Bhubaneswar, and an engineering workshop at Howrah in West Bengal. Bridge and Roof is India's premier engineering, construction and integrated project management company, serving multiple core and infrastructure sectors such as hydrocarbons, thermal and tidal power, atomic power, steel plants, non-ferrous, chemicals and fertilizers, cement, roads and highways, railways, urban infrastructure development, rural development and environmental projects. Resting on the twin building blocks of engineering services and engineering products, the business spectrum of Bridge and Roof is large and all-embracing. Backed by a wealth of experience in civil, structural, architectural and depository work, Bridge and Roof's portfolio covers area grading, soil densification by board, driven and precast piling, and stone column using vibrofloat technique. Substructure, high-rise buildings, industrial structures, socio infrastructures, chimneys, drilling towers and silos, concrete road bridges and flyovers, ports and jetties, stadium and sports complex. Above and beyond planning and executing conventional civil work, Bridge and Roof, an upcoming and leading PMC agency, is involved in prestigious projects on depository basis from various state government and associated nodal agencies. Bridge and Roof's core strength lies in executing large projects. Bridge and Roof has executed large volume contracts in various areas of mechanical construction, such as crude and oil product storage tanks, piping, horizontal directional drilling, equipment erection, gas holders, heaters and reformers, stainless steel silos, technological structures, pot shells and pot superstructure for aluminium plants, flare stack and steel chimneys, loading gantries, steel bridges for railways and roadways, LD converters, executing turnkey contracts, engaging in engineering, procurement and construction, completing in time and within budget. Bridge and Roof has designed and commissioned many large projects on turnkey basis. Keeping in mind the emerging infrastructure needs of the economy, Bridge and Roof has diversified into construction of roads and highways. Meeting the crucial infrastructure need of the day, new business opportunities have emerged in the area of plant turnaround and inspection job. On the international front, Bridge and Roof has experience in handling a variety of projects, including power, hydrocarbons, roads, bridges, and cement plants. Employing modern technologies and systems and a team of highly skilled workers and dedicated engineers, Bridge and Roof's work division manufactures a range of engineering products, keeping in mind quality procedures and standards. The products manufactured include Bailey-type unit bridges, various types of railway wagons, steel bridge girders for railways and roads, pot shells for aluminium plants, bunk houses. At Bridge and Roof, health, safety and environment protection is accorded top priority. A strong pool of highly qualified, committed and experienced manpower, including a dedicated team of engineers and professionals, work 24/7 to offer the customer products and services as per design and delivery schedule. At Bridge and Roof, we believe a healthy environment and a healthy business mutually reinforce each other. Our focus is to protect the environment for future generations. We are committed to social responsibility along with sustainable development. Bridge and Roof's mission is assured quality, on-time delivery, cutting-edge technology, and customized solutions. Today, Bridge and Roof is all set to meet the challenges of time, committed to total customer satisfaction, ensuring customers' dreams come true. Bridge and Roof, we make your dream come alive.
Hello. So this is a brief presentation of our company, which is just 100 years above company. And the presence of this company, it is a public sector undertaking under the administrative control of Department of Heavy Industry. And the presence of this company is almost every part of the India, because we are right from the Leh Ladakh to Kanyakumari, our presence are there. Almost everywhere. See, because there is two verticals. One is the industry and one is the infrastructure, because Government of India now focusing to the development of the infrastructure in the huge way. So that is being done by 2 or 3 type of jobs. One is the EPC job. Another is PMC and repository work. Almost all the medical colleges, hospitals, super specialty hospital, everything is being constructed through the PMC jobs addressed by the Government of India, and almost 37% of the share of the company are being done through the PMC contract, and of course the balance of the job is being done through the industry, because almost all the industry in India, like right from the oil and terminal, this non-ferrous, ferrous, aluminium, power plant, everywhere bridge and roof presence are there, and still we are performing exceptionally well considering the PSU, and we are competing with the private sectors, and the on-time delivery and cutting technology is our motto, and assured quality and maintaining the safety. Because you know, in the construction industry, safety is one of the premier thing which is to be taken care of. Unless we make the proper confirmation of the compliability of the safety, we cannot rise. And moreover, the players, the type of jobs, the new type of equipments which Bridge and Roof is using right now to minimize the time, cost, and the completion of the delivery of the jobs are exceptionally well. Right now, we are targeting to the various type of EPC contract, because we bagged one of the highest order through a crude oil terminal, because it is being done in the path along the shore of the Paradip, Odisha, where it is just done by a huge paneling and all these things. Almost 22 number of 79 meter and 60 meter tanks are being formulated over there. It's a huge packages, and it is connected for the Numaligarh refinery. The crude oil will be through and through from Paradip to Numaligarh. So it's a huge project. Right now, BNR is stepping in the flue gas desulfurization, which is the basic and burning topic of the power plant for desulfur of the units. And we are just having a consortium tie-up with a Japanese company, Aztec Engineering, and we are executing the job in various places, in Maharashtra, in Chhattisgarh, in other places also, in the West Bengal also, it is being done. So the presence of the Bridge and Roof is almost everywhere in terms of the construction, and moreover, the way of the signatory of the paneling and the belly bridges, which is being manufactured at our manufacturing unit in Howrah, is exceptionally well, because we are the shortlisted company under the defense, and the dream path, the very, very tough path which we are absorbing for construction of the belly bridge, which is being done mostly by the Defense Academy. This is being done by the Bridge and Roof. And the 30-feet double belly bridge, we are striving for the innovations, and I think we will be completing soon to complete the 30-feet length of the double wing belly bridge, which is first of all will be done by the BNR in India. So that is the total solutions of the Bridge and Roof, and moreover the emphasizing and focusing of the Bridge and Roof toward the IT solution, which is being done very, very efficiently and very nicely and poisely, because almost all the work breakdown structures, the planning sources and the ERP systems, all the things are being carried through the IT digital solutions, and this is being done very efficiently and effectively to minimize the time and the premature thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thought-provoking insights with all of us. With this, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next session, which is on Zero Effort, Zero Trust, K8 Security for Blocking Zero-Day Attacks. And for the same, I would like to invite on stage Joel Sequeira, Head of Solution Architects at SUSE, India. Let's welcome Joel by putting our hands together, everybody. Let's bring in some more energy, please. Over to you.
Check. Am I audible? Okay, good. Can I have a clicker, please? The clicker. Nope, there's no clicker here. That's a very old picture of mine, so don't get fooled. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay, I can see all of you all very clearly. Nice to see you all here. Thank you so much for your time. As the beautiful lady introduced me, my name is Joel Sikhara, and I'm going to walk you through, can we reduce the echoing, please? Thank you. So I'm going to walk you through technology aspects, because so far what you've been hearing is from infrastructure perspective, which Mr. Tapas just explained to us, and earlier from the MCL point of view, we heard a lot of stuff. So today I'm going to talk to you about, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, on technology aspect, primarily from the security aspect. How many of you are familiar with the word Kubernetes? Can I see by raise of hands, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out there. One lady, that's good. So 6, 7 people are familiar with this technology called as Kubernetes, or the word called as Kubernetes. So why is it so important? Let's understand that. I'm going to talk to you about how SUSE NeuVector can help you to secure your Kubernetes environment for any zero-day attacks with zero efforts. I know it sounds too good to be true, and it sounds absolutely amazing to the ears, but that's what the fact is, and that's what you will hear in the next 10 to 15 minutes. When we talk about security, nowadays all the attacks that are happening is one, AI-based attacks, malware attacks, advanced kind of attacks, zero-day attacks. So when you look at all these attacks, they are all using new modern day technologies, and the best part is they go undetected by the security tools that you're using, okay? So if you think that the tools that we have today in our respective organizations, they are good to go and they protect you for everything, it does not, because the newer technologies, as it comes, the attackers and the hackers, they exploit these technologies and they try to exploit our networks and our environments as well. So when we look at these challenges, it becomes very difficult to comprehend how to secure a technology called as Kubernetes. Now let's understand what is Kubernetes first. You're familiar with virtualization, correct? By show of hands, you're familiar? Great. So many people with virtualization. Okay, fantastic. You're familiar with the word called as bare metal, right? Aap sab jante hain. So that means your systems which are running, your IT systems that are running on either virtualization platform or, for that matter, bare metal kind of platform. But eventually, you will adopt. How many of you have already started the journey of digital transformation? बहुत बार सुना है ना ये शब्द को? Oh wow, so many people. That means if you are on this transformation, that means your applications are, one, getting converted or refactored into microservices architecture. So if you are going to be in a microservices architecture, that means by default it is going to come on Kubernetes. Okay? No options. यदि आप Kubernetes पे नहीं हैं, I'm using Hindi and English, I'm sure it's okay with all of you. If you're not on Kubernetes, don't be disappointed. Eventually you will come on Kubernetes one way or the other, sooner or later. All right? So the challenge is securing this environment is of our biggest challenge here. So if you look at the CNCF Foundation report, which states that security is the topmost challenge for securing a Kubernetes technology environment. Not your existing traditional environment, but your containerized Kubernetes environment. And this is the top challenge for almost 2 years in a row. Now, when you talk about data breaches, they are never cheap. It costs big time for all the companies who shell up, through their noses. This breach is increasing, the cost is increasing 15% year over year. Now, the important point to note here, if I am the attacker, I used to attack in a certain fashion once upon a time. Now, I put my focus to attack your supply chain, your software supply chain. So now how do you protect and how do you detect these kind of attacks is also a challenge. So these are becoming key challenges. So why is this a challenge? Or why is it a challenge to secure your Kubernetes environment? You all raised, mostly more than 50% of you raised the hands to say what? You said कि हमारे पास virtualization है, bare metal है. So that world is a mission. So this world of Kubernetes is not static but a dynamic world, which means when I spin up your applications again and again, it will not have the same identity. So your traditional tools which you are using, XYZ, whatever you use, it may not be able to comprehend the dynamic changes of Kubernetes. That's a fact, okay? So how do you protect that? That means you need to have a tool that understands the level of automation Kubernetes brings and the level of dynamic that technology allows for. Obviously, anything new, anything that's in the market new, all eyes and ears go on those things, right? So we see that, say, attackers also are more focused on how to exploit Kubernetes environment. What do you think are the CISOs looking for today, as of today? That's a question to you in some time. I'm asking you, if I'm a CISO, what am I looking for in order to secure my environment? What is my top priority today? What am I looking for in terms of buying to secure the technology today? So when we look at the buying needs, what is the topmost highly looked at? Can somebody read what's on the screen? थोड़ा जोर से, थोड़ा और जोर से. Zero trust. Why zero trust? What does it mean? What does zero trust mean? That means all of you in this room that are seeing me and I'm seeing you, we don't trust each other at all. By default. Zero trust means your tool will deny everything by default. You have to define the set of rules, and based on these rules, only and only those which matches will basically allowed in your network. That's the reason why zero trust is becoming more and more the niche word or the cliched word in this technological conversation that we're having. So, what we have learned so far? What have we learned so far? One, Kubernetes world is not static, it's dynamic in nature. Two, the solution that you're looking for to manage the Kubernetes security has to be dynamic in nature. That means the traditional tools may not work here. And three, you are looking forward for something highly